Hello, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and this this is my unboxing video of the Cantigee Oracle. And as you can see, my kitty Merlina approves of this oracle, this oracle deck. She's rubbing against it. So this is an ecological, spiritual guide and creative prompt deck. The book is written by Ray Diamond and the art is by Zuspan. So let's have a look at this deck. Now you might recognize Laura Zuspan's name because I did an unboxing video of her other deck, which is called the Luminous Void Tarot. And that's a really neat deck as well. So this is a circular deck. It comes with a guidebook, and I'm gonna show you the guidebook in a sec, but I wanna show you the cards first. So the backs of the cards are like this. Really, really pretty. It's a spider's web, and I actually really love this color. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the back of the box first, just so I can kind of describe what this deck is all about. Okay. So it's a nature-based 52 card deck and guidebook for the modern seeker. And the word Cantigee is the song the earth sings. It's the spell it weaves. It's the enchantment it whispers, an invitation to deepen into ourselves, come home to our place within the living earth, and exist in right relationship with the natural world. All right. So I'm just going to start by slowly going through this deck and giving you a feel for these cards. Now they're not in order, which doesn't really matter, but I've been shuffling this deck and using it, so they're out of order, but that's okay. Every star is a doorknob. I love this card so much, and I love the message behind it. What's really cool about this deck is it's a very earthy deck. It's a nature-based kind of deck, but there's a lot of like celestial cards in here, which I like. And the artwork is it feels like there's a certain simplicity to it, which is nice, but the artwork feels it evokes something within me. When I look at some of these images, like it's very, trying to think what it evokes. It evokes something in me. It definitely evokes like my creative side when I look at these images. There's almost something kind of dreamlike with a lot of like this one especially. Your delight charms the world. Now this is a little bit different than a lot of the oracle decks I have, in that I don't think I would necessarily use this deck for divination or for doing the typical kinds of oracle readings or tarot readings I do with my cards. I feel like this is a good deck for kind of meditating on the images. It's a good deck for sparking creativity, giving you ideas. I think it would be a good daily deck, like to do like a daily draw. But I think I would use this deck kind of differently than I use a lot of my other decks, and it might make more sense once I show you the book, because the book is really cool. The book is full of, oh, this is neat. Your feet are two fish. See, some of these images just really evoke something within me. That's quite a powerful image. And this one's also powerful too, like a pelvis with wings. Anyways, I was talking about the book. Yeah, so the book is full of really cool prompts and questions and suggestions and exercises. So and I'll show it to you after I go through all the cards. You are a multitude. Oh, I didn't even talk about the cardstock. Maybe I should stop and do that. So the finish is glossy, and the cardstock is pretty decent. It's not super thick, but it's definitely not a thin cardstock. It feels, you know, like it would be pretty durable. And the size of the cards, I think, are perfect. You don't know where you are, but you are free. That's an interesting idea to contemplate. See, she has her eyes covered. This one's really neat too. This image really evokes something within me. I think this deck would appeal to, I like this one. I think this deck would appeal to people who really respond to kind of nature-based images. Those of us who really find nature to be where we recharge our batteries and get inspiration. For those of us who want to work more closely with the cycles of nature and all that. And I will do a kind of a sample reading towards the end. So I'll draw a card and then I'll read about it in the book. This is pretty powerful. Your ears become a butterfly. Clouds pass, but the mountain remains. I like that. Your heart in sync with cricket song. There's so many crickets outside right now. I'm so in love with the sound of crickets. Especially in the evening, I'll sit out there and just listen to the crickets. I wish crickets were around all the time, not just this time of year. Merlina agrees. The living mountain. Okay, so this is where we started. So I'm going to show you the guidebook now. So the guidebook actually is really substantial, and I really like what they've done, what the creators of this deck have done with the guidebook. So there's lots of information. I won't go through all of it with you, but there's lots of info on working with this deck, preparing your cards, lots of great stuff here. And each card has quite a bit of info. So there's a little write-up on each card, there's keynotes, there's symbology, there's guidance, and then it tells you what this card means as an icon, as a portal, and then the portal portion has like some questions like, what if you generate happiness from within with no outer reason? What if the world reflects your happiness back to you? So these could be used as, you know, just to contemplate or to journal about, or even as a writing prompt. And then there's a practice section where it gives you some kind of exercises and a particular practice to do with this card. Then there's creative prompt. So that's cool. And ecological connection. So there's lots of different ways to work with these cards, which I love. It's not just your usual typical way of working with an oracle card deck. There's all different ways you can work with these cards. So I'm going to shuffle the deck, and I'm going to draw one card for us, and I'm just going to ask, what card do we need to see right now? What card has a message that will be most beneficial to all who are watching. And I'm going to look it up and read what it says in the book. All right, so we've got, a charmed leap. Okay, so I'll read this intuitively before I look in the book. What I get with this card, and I have no idea what it's going to say about this card in the book, but what I get from looking at this image, there is something about this style of artwork that does kind of speak to my intuition. There is this sense of exuberance and freedom and energy and just this freedom of expression with this particular image. And I get this sense that for some of us, we're experiencing this right now. We may be feeling this surge of energy and this desire to express something. And sometimes that energy is felt in a positive way, and sometimes it might be felt in just a really intense way, not necessarily positive. It may even be negative in some ways, but just this feeling of something that needs to be expressed. And I think for some of us, we're actually searching for that energy. We're searching for, what is it that lights us up? What gives us this kind of energy? So when I look at this card, some questions that come to my mind are, what kinds of things give you this kind of energy that makes you want to take a leap of faith? Something that gives you physical energy, but also emotional, mental, spiritual energy, things that make you just want to celebrate and leap. What kinds of things in your life do this for you? And when was the last time you felt this kind of exuberance? Okay, now I'm going to look up this card in the guidebook and I want to see what it says. All right. So I'm not going to read this because it's a lot. I'm going to read the keynotes. So it says, cultivate confidence so you can leap into the unknown and trust that you can handle whatever you encounter once you land. If you lack confidence, tenderly and thoroughly connect with something you believe in wholeheartedly. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the Fool in a tarot deck. All right, so let's see what else it says. As a portal. What if, when you leap, you land with grace in the right place at the right time? I love this question. What if you couldn't fail? What if you were guaranteed to succeed in whatever you did? What would you do? How would that change the game for you? Because I think sometimes we get ideas for things or we feel inspired to do something and then self-doubt kind of creeps in. So if you could be assured that you wouldn't fail, what would you do? Okay, then there's a little practice, but I don't want to read that. I think I want to skip to the creative prompt. Check in with your heart and consider a theme you would like to express or explore through a creative medium of your choosing, but neither plan out what you're going to do nor have a particular outcome in mind, and take a leap of faith. Fun. I've been experimenting with doing that with painting, actually, just starting painting without a plan and see where it takes me. All right, so that has been my unboxing of the Cantigee Oracle, and I look forward to using this deck more and using it as a creative prompt deck. If you want to learn more about this deck, or if you want to purchase this deck, I'll put all the important links just below this video so you can check it out. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this deck. Does this seem like a deck that you would enjoy using? Let me know your thoughts. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Kate. I'm from dailytarotgirl.com. You can check out my website for more deck reviews, tarot exercises, and all kinds of fun stuff. Again, I'll put the links below this video, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And my cat is at the door meowing, so I'm gonna go take her outside. So thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.